What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media. I just got back from the theater from watching Novocaine starring Jack Quaid. Such a fun movie, so many things to talk about. So, in this video, I'm going to be diving into my review for the film. There will be some slight spoilers for some pinpoints of the plot and just some really cool fight sequences that we get in this film. So, spoilers if you haven't seen it already, go watch it. It is a great time in the theaters. And with all that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you've seen Novocaine and what your thoughts are. And if you haven't, are you going to go see it? Because I recommend it. With all that being said, let's dive right into the review. So, Novocaine starring Jack Quaid is about a guy who can't feel pain, who is going after the girl who he just went on a date with and try to save her, which puts him on this wild goose chase of just fun, nonstop action that I personally loved. And, guys, I'm just going to kick it off by saying, please put Jack Quaid in more leading roles for films because he is a great actor and I loved him in this movie. He was just so great and instantly likable. He was in Companion this year as well, so he's kind of on a roll right now. And he played a great villain in Companion. He's playing a great hero in this, and I just think that he is one of the most underrated actors right now that I really hope starts to really get that career where he is actually in starring in more movies, especially like these, because this is a very original kind of film that we are getting, and I feel like we don't get many of those nowadays, especially with all the remakes that we're getting, the continuation of universes like Marvel, DC, Star Wars. It's really hard to find a really good original gem in the mix, and this was one of them, and it was just so much fun. I mean, nonstop just enjoyment just from start to finish. One thing that I saw in the trailers that I wasn't necessarily sold on was the fact of his relationship with Sherry, and I really felt like, oh, so they were only with each other for one night. Why would he want to go on this wild goose chase to find her? But the connections that those two have that they explore in this film, and just the chemistry that the two actors have together, it made it really believable, and that worry almost instantaneously went away for me. I was like, okay, I believe this, and I would believe that he would do this, which was my only concern going into this, and it was answered almost immediately within the half hour, within the first half hour. After that first half hour, we just jump right into the action because we go from a somewhat of a rom com kind of film for like the first half hour, which I think is fun, and it's so great, and I had a lot of fun with that part, to jumping right into the action, and then the action is really brutal, really fun, and really it makes you just like kind of flinch and make your skin crawl a little bit because he can't feel any things that's happening, but we can internally, and we can imagine what it must feel like, and it really just kind of is really sometimes hard to watch, and especially with some of these kills in this film. We're gonna dive more into that, but the kills in this film are just, there's two in here that are really creative that I just loved. There's a kill in this film where he is fighting this really big, like, brute guy, and Nathan Kane gets thrown into the glass, and then he's kind of punching down on the glass to kind of put the glass in his hands. You see it in the trailer, and then he jumps at him. He just like puts the glass in his eyes and like scrapes it all around his eyes, which I thought was disgusting. And then he gets one of the like tattoo things and just starts tattooing his neck. I thought that was very creative and very gross, but I think the most creative thing about this film was one of the kills that we got where he has like an arrow in his leg and then he basically stabs the guy through it with his head. I think that was very creative, and I just loved those two moments. They were very gory, very just intense and gross, but I really enjoyed the creativity that they went for in this. And we actually got some shocking plot twists in this film too that I actually was not expecting at all, with Sherry and her brother. I thought that whole storyline was actually very intense and interesting, and I really enjoy how they threw that in there because I had no clue we would get some sort of plot twist like that in this film, and I just really loved that part of it, and just the overall story and how it all came together, I thought was really well done. If I had to rank this for the 2025 films I have seen so far, which I think there are about 8 of them, I would probably put it at number 2. I'd put it just above Paddington 3. My top 2 are Mickey 17 and this now. I was really just most anticipating these two films for the first quarter of 2025, and I think Mickey 17 and Novocaine both deserve the hype that I was feeling for them going in. They are both my top 2 favorites of the year. I had so much fun with both of them, especially with Novocaine. I think I arguably may have had more fun with this because it's just nonstop enjoyable just times. I mean, it was just so fun, and I cannot stress that enough. And I cannot stress enough for you guys to go see this because it is just overall a great time in the movies, and the creativity and originality that you really feel in this movie, it really shines. And it's really hard to find movies that are this original, that are actually genuinely have heart and soul put into them in a day and age where we have so many remakes coming out, so many franchises still going, and so many just overall remakes and just stuff like that. So it's really great to find something like this, and I personally just loved it. And it would be great if we possibly got a sequel, but I feel like this is definitely great as its own story, and the story was great. Action, acting, storytelling, all of it was great, and I just loved it so much. I probably give it like an 8.5 out of 10. My final thoughts on the film: I loved it. I've already said that already, but there are some real moments in this film that really genuinely make you fear for what could happen to the characters, because this movie did such a great job with making you really feel this world and feel these characters and know what they are like and actually believe it. Like with her brother, and that was believable that he could just do anything he wanted because he didn't care. And I really believed that, especially in some really intense moments. And just, you can really feel Nathan Kane's pain in this film as much as he can't. You definitely can as an audience member, and you can feel the chemistry that Sherry and him have, and you can really feel the intense moments, the friendship that he has with his friend, all of it so well done. And I just really enjoyed it so much. And this film, it was just a very fun time. But yeah, guys, overall, Novocaine gets an 8.5 out of 10 for me. I personally really loved it, and I think that it's well worth the hype. This is my second favorite film of the year. It is so fun, and I just loved it. So let me know what you guys thought down below. If you have seen this film, let me know what your thoughts are. And if you haven't, do you want to see it after watching this review? I mean, if you stayed for this when there's some spoilers in here, clearly you maybe want to see it. But with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below because I have a lot of videos dropping this upcoming within the next few days. I'm filming a lot tomorrow, a lot of rankings, a lot of Invincible. I just need to stop talking about that show. But with all that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you thought of Novocaine and if you're going to go see it. With all that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.